Yo guys, back again with another updated car setup, and this one's for Hungary, which we've recently seen on TV. I've made a few setup changes to my original setup, but not too many, mainly focusing on the tyre pressures, which are vastly different, and the suspension itself. But jumping straight into the aero, I've gone 45 on the front wing and 48 on the rear. So I've lowered the rear a little bit and increased the front to make the car a little bit more pointy at the front end. Then for the transmission, I've kept this the same for the on-throttle diff at 66%. You don't want to go much higher because traction is very hard to find around Hungary. But then I have lowered the off-throttle diff right down to 50, again to get a little bit more rotation at slower speed. The suspension geometry is exactly the same as my original setup, minus 2.5 and minus 1.8 on the camber, and full left at 0.05 and 0.2 on the toe. The suspension itself, I've softened the front suspension a little bit down to 7, kept the rear suspension at 1, softened the front anti-roll bar down to 8, and increased or stiffened the rear anti-roll bar to 3. And then I've increased the ride height by a little bit, up to 5 and 5, just to make riding over curbs a little bit easier. Brake pressure 100%, brake bias 50% as per normal, and then the tyre pressures I have dropped completely. In my original setup these were pretty high, but now you can see they're almost as low as they go. And I'll set individual tyre pressures for each tyre because each one kind of wears a little bit different, with your left taking a bit more punishment than the right. So go 22.8 and 22.5 on your front tyres, and 21.3 and 21.0 on your rears. And that'll do it for this updated Hungary setup. This is good to go after the 1.06 and 1.07 patch, because 1.07 really didn't change too much. But if you like this setup, hit that like button, let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more F1 22 content. But for now guys, I will see you on track.